Good evening and welcome back. I'm Britt Hume, and this is On the Record. New Fox polls out tonight point to a still tightening race with just 4 days until Election Day. The Real Clear Politics average of national polls shows Hillary Clinton with a 1.5-point lead in a two-way race and a 2.3-point lead in a four-way. The betting odds now show Clinton leading Trump by a margin of about 3-1 in the odds. That new Fox News poll, meanwhile, puts Clinton up by 2 in a four-way race, with her up just by 1 in a two-way. Just weeks ago, she had a much more significant lead there. So where is this new support for Donald Trump or opposition to Hillary Clinton coming from? To dig into that, we're joined by Josh Kraushaar, political editor at National Journal. Josh, what are you seeing inside this Fox poll we've just got out tonight that tells you something about where this is all seems to be headed at the moment?
Well, look, a lot of the boost for Donald Trump is coming from Republicans. 85% of registered Republicans now say they support Donald Trump, which is sort of a high watermark for Trump. He's been struggling to consolidate the Republican base.
Right.
And some of these anti-Trump or Trump-skeptical Republicans, especially after the Comey news last weekend, are starting to come back home. They're starting to hold their nose and vote for Donald Trump at the top of the ticket. So the base is coming home for Donald Trump. And a lot of Democrats, the base for the Democratic Party, is getting a little bit disillusioned. They're still voting for Hillary Clinton. She's winning over 90% of Democrats, but enthusiasm among Democrats is a little bit down.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a look at the numbers on enthusiasm. We've got the number on the presidential preference on the screen. You can see that she's in the two-way race. She's actually let's look at it. We don't seem to have the enthusiasm number handy, but for a long time, Trump had the enthusiasm. Then he lost it. Now he seems to have it back.
He's got it back. He has an advantage in enthusiasm, especially among those very enthusiastic to vote. And the ground game that Donald Trump and the Republican Party don't have can be supplemented or can be made up. If
energetic voters.
Organic
right?
energy. People really want to vote.
Now look at this. This is the favorable and unfavorable. For a long time, they both, for the ages, had net unfavorable ratings above 50%. But now it's basically a tie, which may suggest something about why this race is tightened so much.
Absolutely. One of the big stories in the last Fox poll was that Hillary Clinton's favorable numbers were actually as good as they've been in the entire campaign. She ended last week talking about a positive message, talking about trying to win over moderate Republican voters. That's changed, and she's gone full negative this final week because she saw those numbers going down.
Full negative means rallying the base, right?
When we go up, when they go down, we go up. We go high. That's not part of the Clinton message anymore.
No. And now I do want to discuss with you a little bit about a factor in this race that's worth mentioning, and that is in 2012, Mitt Romney got 93% of Republican votes. It is true, certainly, that Donald Trump is at a high water mark with 85, but it does suggest that he's got some room to grow here in the final days. There are not that many undecided voters. I wonder if some percentage of the remaining percent to get to where Romney was are not available to him because they've either already voted or they may be voting for nobody for president, for a third-party candidate, or even in some cases for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, the bad news for Trump is I think 85% is more close to a high water mark.
You don't think he's going to get many more than that? Not that many left. Right?
Not many left, and the problem is it's these college-educated moderate women that are very, very resistant to Donald Trump. In Philadelphia suburbs and a lot of the more affluent parts of the map, you see a lot of women in particular very resistant, won't cast their vote for Donald Trump, even though they traditionally vote for Republican candidates.
We're looking at the women number now, and it's no surprise that Hillary Clinton is winning among women by, 13 percentage points. And there's a similar number on men, and he's winning that by, we don't have it there on the screen, but he's winning that by about 10, well, here it comes. He's winning that by, 10 points or 11 points. There are more women, right, than there are men in this country, so you can't offset the women number of 13 by an 11-point win among men because there are more women, right?
That's absolutely right. And one of the big demographic groups to look at is the working class women, because working class voters overwhelmingly like Donald Trump. Working class women, though, a lot less favorable towards him. One of the big shifts we've seen in a lot of these other polls is that a lot of those working class white women have actually turned towards Trump in the wake of the Hillary Clinton revelations.
Wow. Okay, Josh, nice to see you. Thanks very much for coming in so often this fall. Nice to have you here.